This is my 4th consecutive year visiting Imogene Pass, and I think it's going to be my last. I'll tell you why in this video.
I was a lonely silhouette, needed somebody to show the way. Yeah, I was a heartbeat with no sound till you came around. Yeah, you showed me colors, light in the darkness. You were the only thing I needed. Then we got older, but we stayed the same. Swear that we never lost the flame. Nostalgia, you're an echo in my head. Oh, nostalgia, like a symphony of our memories.
Just a heads up, this trail does not open until June or July. Please plan accordingly. And this trip was put together by Ian from lodesigns, makers of skid plates for mid-size Hondas, and some other vehicles as well. Stay tuned for their upcoming suspension system. And use my code JonDZ5 for 5% off your order. Parker just told me that there is a bear.
Yeah, so I just clapped a few times to get it to go away after trying to film it, but I couldn't get it on camera. So I was like, click the lights on, saw it.
I woke up, my car was shaking, so I was wondering what it was.
Oh, now you bark. Okay.
Now you bark. Don't bark
Yeah, you didn't bark when the bear was around? Okay.
But, so there's a few toys right here.
Oh, shit.
So they were trying to grab it. Yeah.
Wait, let me zoom in on that. Oh, dude.
Yeah, the dogs were growling a little bit, but they
Yeah.
didn't bark during the whole time. Whoa. I just got the shaking because my car was shaking. And so that's where I realized I was bummed because I didn't have any. I do have bear spray by my passenger door. But I just yelled out, and I'm pretty sure that would be enough.
Most of the time you can get them to just scatter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I wonder.
I clapped, and that's
Yeah.
usually enough.
Yeah.
But
So maybe you went to mine first and like clapped it, what over here? And,
Yeah, so, I stood up and
off
peeked
into
out.
the woods over here,
Mhm.
and then about 10 minutes later, I heard something again,
Yeah.
and then I kept trying to listen and couldn't hear anything, and then I heard like a grunting sound, and I was like, oh, maybe one of the guys are up, or maybe it's the bear. I was like,
Maybe
oh,
it's
no.
John.
I clicked the lights back on, and I poked my head out, and I didn't see anything. I was like, oh,
I saw your lights a couple times, so I thought that you might have had motion sensors. Cause
I know it's me.
That's hilarious.
Trying to light up the whole world to see what's out here.
But it's darker, so usually that's not too much of an issue.
Nah.
That's why I grunted just to see if I can get them to show away. But I didn't hear them run, so I don't know if they took off before I even started looking.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was pretty small. If I had to guess, it was easily probably 100, 150 pounds at most. I don't know how big they get.
I might have
but-
taken her.
It was big enough that I would be concerned.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just my hand's about 90 pounds.
Hey man,
They
with
stink though.
5 dogs here,
Yeah.
how are there no notifications? Like none of the dogs got
That's a sneaky bear.
Ninja bear.
Tiptoeing in here.
You're gonna go off the middle. I think you do.
Hi everybody, thank you for tuning into JonDZ Adventuring. This is your special guest host, and in this episode, they're going to attempt to drive up Imogene Pass, an iconic trail with lots of history. Oh, look, that girl waved. Hello, hello there, hello. I'll be chiming in from time to time, and I know a lot of you are probably thinking my voice sounds familiar, but I am not that person that you're thinking about.
Yeah, and if you think about it, my name is Rohan, and I commonly get confused with another famous podcaster. So, anyways, I am not him, but I am going to help tell the story of this exquisite adventure.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. This is Farake, and I'll also be helping tell the story of this adventure.
And gentlemen, the help is appreciated. So everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. I wasn't planning on repeating Imogene Pass for a 4th year in a row, but my friends Lee and Dimitri wanted to take up their older Subarus with automatic transmissions, and I felt that this was pretty compelling, because how are these older Subarus with a transmission that's typically preferred for off-road, how are they going to do with less crawl ratio compared to the CVT Subarus? In this video, I don't plan on making the intricate comparison. In this video, I'm going to talk about 2 things. 1, how this place is kind of a tourist trap. But then 2, we're also going to have our crew go through one of the more technical sides of this trail, which is the Ouray side. On the Ouray side, you enter through Camp Bird Road, and this is going to lead you to Yankee Boy Basin and various other trails. This is a simple dirt road that is very wide, so oncoming traffic shouldn't be a problem in most areas. There's plenty to see and do here, so if you don't feel like trying to tackle Imogene Pass, it's still a beautiful trail with amazing scenery. You're on a shelf road and there's a creek that's just on your left-hand side, and you come across a tunnel-like overhang. It's absolutely beautiful.
That's freaking cool, man.
That is really cool.
I agree. I'm very impressed.
So just after that cliff, they'll come across the entrance to Imogene Pass. And this is where it gets really, really awesome.
At the entrance, you're going to see this bridge and a water crossing. Farther we go, it leads to the same spot. And this is a great time to introduce the crew. This is Ian, owner of Manolo Designs, with his buddy Zack that's running the drone. This is a 2021 Honda Ridgeline. And just behind him is Blue Ridge Overland. It's a very overland built Ridgeline with a rooftop tent. And here is Matt for life, in his 2nd-gen Tacoma with a GFC camper. Next up is going to be Dimitri. He has a 3rd-generation Subaru Outback, a little Bean edition. So it has the flat 6 and traction control, and it's running the 5-speed electronic automatic transmission. And right behind him is Lee. This is a 2nd-generation Subaru Outback, also has the flat 6. And here is JonDZ Adventuring's Honda Passport, has a 4 3/4-inch lift with rock sliders by Struts. And of course, here is Javier Outdoors Subaru Forester with a dual range swap. It is a 6-speed manual that has a low range. Very, very special. It also has a rear torque locker and a front Fusco LSD.
Now what we're seeing here is the gatekeeper to Imogene Pass. This way, you never really just accidentally stumble across it in a vehicle that might not be capable enough to take on this trail.
So I see that out. Wish me good luck.
Good luck, Dimitri. You got this.
Yeah. Could you? Thanks, man.
Yeah, definitely stay to the left.
Start from the bottom, and now you're there.
Oh no, let me get it. And you can, yeah, let me get it, and you can head back to Ian.
Ian, we might want to move up to get some. Oh yeah, but I gotta get Zack. That's all.
So JonDZ's Honda Passport is a bit on the wider side, much wider than the Subarus. So he is going to have to drive over these taller rocks. Whoa, and that's exactly what I was worried about. It's really going to create an off-camber situation.
Definitely a bit more rutted than years past, FYI.
Dimitri's Subaru Outback on the right-hand side has a 2-inch lift, which is the pretty normal lift. Lee's second-gen Outback on the left has a 4-inch lift with bigger tires. Both vehicles have bigger tires.
Started from stock height, and now the ground clearance is up here.
Yeah, this part has always been pretty steep. You're like, you could possibly dig your nose into this.
Ah, he said dig your nose.
Nice.
JonDZ Adventuring's Honda Passport has a 4 3/4-inch lift kit, and he has 13 inches of centerline ground clearance. Ian's Honda Ridgeline has a little over a 3.5-inch lift kit and true 33-inch tires. Parker's blue Ridgeline has tracks a 3.5-inch lift kit and 32-inch tires.
Alright, Dimitri, I think this line over here. Yeah, either one should be fine, but I'm gonna pull off a line here that I think is pretty easy.
So right there, if Matt's Toyota Tacoma did not have all that rocker clearance, then he would have become high-centered on his driver's side. A unibody all-wheel drive would be high-centered right there. So that's why right here, it's gonna be really important that Dimitri chooses the perfect line. If he slides into this V-notch, it's gonna get ugly. And speaking of ugly, the reason he does not have a front bumper is because he took it off to improve the approach angle.
Hey John, is it okay that Art stops and takes it just like that, time-wise?
Yeah, that's fine. The only thing we'll want to watch out for is if we're like slowing traffic up. But right now, there's no one behind us.
Cool, sound good. Ian, is that the easier line over there you're taking?
I think the left is the easiest line, but this line works, so I wanted to do it. We're gonna get the drone up so we can get all three of us driving in.
Here's a little split screen action, and we have both Honda Ridgelines that are lifted about 3.5 inches. Ian does have more modifications to increase wheel articulation. I think when we started Imogene Pass, I don't know if we did it at this point, but Blue Ridge Overland eventually disconnected his front sway bar. Now we have Lee on the right in the second gen Outback, 4.5. It's like 4-inch lifted, and Matt's Tacoma. You'll see Matt taking his time going through this. So of you, to the untrained eye, that's going to look like it's struggling, but actually when you see something crawl and does not get a wheel in the air, doesn't spin tires, that is not a struggle. And keep a Subaru here just happens to have enough space to squeeze by. And here is JonDZ's Honda Passport. You can see that he's utilizing that rocket clearance. But ooh, looks like he landed right on the rock sledders.
Dang. Good thing I got a skid plate.
Oh no, John, you landed in the rock sledders.
No lodesigns.
They're made by Trailsport.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could have taken it a little tighter, but I tried to straddle it like I did every other year and hit. But that's okay. It wasn't, I mean, that was a decent hit, but it wasn't, I don't think it was too bad.
Fingers stained with blood. Been grasping all day. Losing my touch with reality.
My shit is floored here and slowing down.
Almost to the crest, Lee. Almost to the crest.
Now that's the kind of trail I'm getting excited about. It's only gonna get sketchier, so if we don't like where we are, that's okay. Oh man.
Well, John, it was a good run.
What was happening?
So I had it floored in first gear,
Okay.
and
Was it
running-
misfiring?
No, it wasn't misfiring. Everything was running perfectly. Ran fine all the way here. Ran fine all the way up the mountain. It just doesn't have the crawl ratio and the horsepower.
So I checked your crawl ratio and yours isn't that bad.
It's like 11 point something.
I thought it was like 12.4.
That's for the 4-cylinder.
I think it's even 10.5.
Oh.
Yeah. for the 6-cylinder transmission, they got less aggressive gearing.
Yeah.
So you're saying, because this isn't as steep as Coyote Flats. Like, do you agree?
This
Like-
is steeper.
You think this is steeper?
This is steeper. I was maintaining a lot more speed going up Coyote Flats even this time.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
why and right now we are at 10.3.
Yeah.
So-
that's probably part of it, because the really steep parts of Coyote Flats where I had to go
You're at lower
it was
elevation.
lower. It was probably around 8,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just don't have the power. Like, it makes 200 horsepower stock at the crank. And
Right.
that engine probably has about 70,000 miles on it, so it's not terribly old.
Okay.
Transmission has about 170,000.
Okay.
So, that being said, everything mechanically is working fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think it just doesn't have the power in the gearing to do it.
All right. So this place is so beautiful. And I would recommend go to the Alpine Loop, which
I have all my hiking gear. I'm going to do some hikes.
you guys will have a good time.
All right.
I'm
I actually still want to go up.
You still want to go
I
up?
wasn't floating it. It crawls and
Okay.
yeah. So my main concern is clearance.
Uh-huh.
But I think it was fine over
this
there,
is-
and
So you know all about this Forester, right? Yeah. He's dual range, torque locker, and front LSD. Front LSD.
Oh yeah. Joe Javier. Started from the bottom, now he's here.
You're climbing.
Mad respect to Javier. It takes so much more skill to off-road stick shift.
Wait, well, this is cool. He might be able to bump it up here. Let's see. Oh, okay. I bet you could bump right there. You could bump it right there.
Javier has 3 pedals to operate. There's nothing automatic about this. He doesn't just lay to his gas pedal.
It's okay, Daisy.
Yeah! Woo!
You made it.
Nice. All right. It seems like Dimitri's like kicking ass. What's the? Isn't your setups like similar?
Mine?
As far as like the engine and transmission?
No, he has the newer generation. So it makes
Okay.
40 horsepower more, and he has a different 5-speed transmission.
No, it's not bad. Too far. It's not too bad.
Pretty good. Clearance wise, you're good. Good. Keep coming.
We'll let you know.
You're probably going down.
You're gonna kiss the skid plate here.
It's gonna.
What if we put traction pass? Make a bridge.
That's a good line right there.
It's a sketch.
I'd say
I think you might make it actually. If anything, you'll tap just a little bit because you're about to start climbing. Breakover. Ooh, yeah.
even if he can't.
I mean, I'm
I'll take a shot. I'll show you. Ooh, yeah.
The problem is the same as the things. I cannot just go up straight up. I will need to lift it over.
Okay. All right. Recording this. Oh, why wasn't I recording this? Damn it.
The only way is down right now. Because...
All right, you got to make it. All right. Slowly down.
I didn't realize that gen change was 40 horsepower more.
So according to Lee and Dimitri, the Outbacks with the 4.8 and 5.8 transmissions only have about 11 to 1 crawl ratio. On the internet, it does say that the Outback 3.0 H6 with the 5.8 has a 14.3 to 1 crawl ratio.
All right, so here we have Dimitri just trying this optional. I think it's possible that it might be more rented out this year without the double check the footage. But yeah, he didn't make it up. I caught it on the GoPro right here. Just not as good as a zoomed in iPhone.
I'm gonna try it one last time and I'm going around.
And the situation here is Lee is going to go ahead and leave his car here. He's writing a note that he's going to be back.
Okay, there is another convoy coming behind us, just FYI.
Go, Dimitri, go. Ah, bummer. This is a more difficult obstacle. No, this year, Imogene Pass, it went from a level 3 difficulty up to a level 4. Kind of a spoiler alert. The obstacles at the top are gonna be this kind of difficulty. So this would be a good place to practice. It actually, in future years, for the year 2025 and above, it might be even worse, just depending if anyone has maintained the trail.
Now, next up on this obstacle is Ian's Honda Ridgeline with true 33-inch tires.
Go forward. Slowly. Yeah, it looks like you do. Yeah. It's a little tougher than before.
Whoa, does that thing have 4-low?
Do you have lockers on? Maybe. Cheater. Yeah, I don't think you need it.
I know.
Okay, but you got them on anyways.
Yeah, I just want to see how slow I can go up to.
Okay, okay. Just scraping the trash through. Nice. As expected. All right, Parker, this is gonna be a different story. You are so much heavier, but you just might need to give it more gas. Just be careful though, because you could slide. Just don't go too crazy. You might need to bump it though a little bit. Why don't you try first, and the moment you start slipping and going sideways, back down. See how it goes.
I think my rear end's gonna grab down here.
Oh, maybe.
Your right tire needs a little country. There you go, you get it. Exhausted.
If you start sliding sideways though, just be careful. Yeah, see you're crossed up right there.
Are you a little driver? Because I think I saw the right wasn't driving very well. The hitching's not good.
And Parker, there's nothing like this difficult on the trail. Yeah, you don't need to do this. Glad you're coming along, man.
Thanks for taking me.
Oh yeah, of course.
One of the other things I was wondering about was what we're going to do when we get down to the Telluride side, because I think the drive home from there, it's either Moab or go through the Indian reservation.
Yeah, there's going to be some like...
And it's kind of, it's not as fun as doing like Ouray down south on the $1 Million Highway. That's a really scenic drive.
Yeah, so yeah, after Telluride, it's really boring.
Right.
And so...
Exactly.
Hey, do we want to regroup at the shelf road section?
I say we probably should send a scout through that because it's really congested. If there's people coming down, it's gonna suck. But if you could go that way, run it in, and then stop traffic, then that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll just, I'm good, so I'll keep rolling into it, and hopefully the convoys that we're already en route, I'm looking, I don't see anybody out on it right now, so I'm just gonna push.
Yeah, if Dimitri's car can make this, I'm gonna be very
I'll make a call back to you and let you know what's up.
I think
because this is definitely pushing the limits of the platform.
You want me to call back to you and let you know what's going on up here?
I mean, from what I've seen, like he was driving up pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think
Will do.
I think he is.
I think he has a good chance.
I don't see why he wouldn't, except ground clearance is going to stop him. That's the only
Exactly.
thing. So then, if he gets through and the ground clearance is the thing that's stopping him, then he should really consider upgrading his car because he has something worth upgrading.
Exactly.
Not like you don't, but I'm just saying like he definitely has something worth upgrading.
I definitely don't.
Ah, your rig's cool, man. You've gone to so many cool places too.
I'm straight
like the
up
County Flats, bro. That was, dude. That was.
I'm straight up with
awesome.
people. If people ask me, hey, what should I do with my Outback? I have one just like yours. I'm like, put on 2-inch lift spacers and call it a day.
I don't have any oncoming at this point in time.
All right, cool. We're heading in, and so Dimitri, the plan is it will get rocky at one point, and Lee's gonna spot you. Okay, he's gonna run out and spot you. So stay in your car when we get to that point. Andre, of course. It's beautiful footage right here.
It's one of the prettiest spots.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing about the Telluride side too. It's very, very scenic and pretty. Dimitri's pretty darn good.
Yeah, so far my main concern is clear.
Yeah, he's a fast learner. Very fast.
Yeah, and it sounds like when you were out in Big Bend, he leveled up his skills, huh?
Yeah, I took him on Old Ore Road, which most 4x4 people are like, it's easy. It was just after some rains though, and it was pretty rutted in sections. So I had to pull out the traction boards, but it helped him understand the concepts.
Yeah, he's doing great.
So yeah, he's really good now. And he's still learning the limits, but
I have the plans for this. Let's go this way.
Yeah, he's a fast learner though.
And maybe he won't have issues. So it's going to be up here. Okay, so this is the spot, Dimitri. I think if you ride here, we'll just have Lee spot you real quick.
Sure. I actually see the line. I'm gonna go
Okay.
as far right as possible.
Yeah, that is the line. Okay, perfect. Go for it. All right, cool. Like you said, he's a fast learner, right?
If I'll get stuck, you'll pull me out.
Beautiful. I was actually kind of worrying about this, and you got through like nothing. Doing awesome, man.
Thank you, John. We'll see how it will change with the elevation. I definitely cannot push through these things. I need to crawl.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. A little love tap.
That was a hit.
I'm gonna pull forward. We're kind of in this Toyota convoy now.
Hey guys, can I take a picture on this bridge?
Sure. Get a little rinse off.
So were you still thinking Moab? It's going to be over 100.
So Grace wants me back home actually for Saturday.
All right.
Fortunately, so after this, she wants me to start driving home. Because she has 3 days off, and I've been gone for 8 days. And
she's lonely.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Cool.
Just going exploring.
It's beautiful out here.
Chilling.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Been out here since so basically Friday, and it's been great.
You just got to figure out where to camp.
There's a lot of places to camp.
Yeah, like BLM land or
U.S. Forest Service.
Okay.
So if you see something on Gaia that says National Forest,
anywhere
you can camp there.
Pretty much.
So,
if there's a
Bureau of Land Management or.
Just let me know when we're ready to roll.
Ready.
Just in the.
So
40
now it's
seconds.
206, and coolant's at 202.
Okay,
so we don't have that. Like I was telling Manny, I was like, dude, I think we definitely need, we should just get some vents. It's not going to hurt anything because there's less breeze right now.
Right.
I was a rock star yesterday because there is a lot of breeze, and there is a breeze. We just have to get out of this bowl.
Right.
So this could be kind of a challenge here. Got to take it wide. So Dimitri, just take this wide. Just try to get as wide as possible, and then you can take a run up in it.
Okay, I got someone came off of the truck. Cool. Off of Parker's? I heard it off mine. That was just like an L bracket. What is it? All black. You grab it? I did. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep cruising along here a little bit. No. We have 2 motorcycles coming down.
10-4, 10-4. 2 motorcycles coming down.
Art enjoys his hikes.
Very off camber there. You probably could take the high rock line if you felt like it.
Your bike's coming up.
Yeah. Oh, coming up?
Yeah, they're right here.
Okay. I thought you meant coming
us.
up. Yeah. All right. So transmission temp is at
Will
210,
County Parker.
which
Yeah, I thought you was.
almost like that right line is kind of good there. Oh, this is good. Where you just straddle this.
Yeah.
Just need a little off camber here.
Yeah, watching John's videos with other Subarus attempting that, every time there was this rock obstacle, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this side if I go there.
You had a tiger up in the air there.
I'm gonna go ahead over to the mine, basin area, just so that way we can kind of regroup for a second, I think.
Yeah. We're actually we're making excellent time on this trail. So let's go over there and take a little break. My trans is at 213. I don't know about y'all. So why do I want to make this the last time I run Imogene Pass? One of the main reasons is I ran it 4 times in a row. And the second reason, this trail is so congested. It has the potential to become incredibly congested. And the reason why is this trail is in between 2 tourist trap towns. You have Ouray and Telluride. So naturally, you're going to have a lot of tourists that are going to rent Jeeps and hit this trail. And you're also going to have a lot of people that will gravitate to this trail, just like myself, right? The first time I've heard about Imogene Pass. I know it's a Jeep Badge of Honor trail, even though a lot of people will refer to it as a fire road. It's not super technical, and actually the reason why it's probably a Jeep Badge of Honor trail with an extra challenge is because it's so congested. What are you gonna do when you're on this narrow shelf road and you come across another vehicle head to head, and now one of you has to back up a whole mile? It's just frustrating. So I want to avoid the possibility of being really frustrated. I mean, not only frustrated, but I mean, backing up a shelf road for a whole mile is scary. I don't want to do that. I've taken the steps so that we mitigate those scenarios, like by running a Ford Scout, one vehicle to scout ahead and make sure that we could relay information about oncoming traffic. We flew drones up to scout the road ahead. That's another thing we did. And for a third reason why, so I've been out to Colorado for 4 years. I have to give credit to Ian from No Designs. He wants to choose a different area every single time we go. And so by exploring these different areas, we found that Colorado is just beautiful everywhere, and every single area has something to offer. You have your San Juan Mountains with these, really tall peaks, tall passes. And then you have a place like Gunnison, where you just have these open fields, open plains, just so beautiful, so vast. And then Idaho Springs, there's a lot of, decently challenging trails out there, leading to a lot of different lakes. And then, to top it off, right before doing Imogene, we ran California Pass, which is known for being pretty darn easy. It's part of the whole Alpine loop. And after doing all these other trails, I just don't see a point in doing Imogene Pass anymore. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. This trip to Imogene Pass is not over yet. It will continue in a future episode, so stay tuned. This trail does not open until about late June or even late July. So there's a lot of time to plan your trip, prepare, and you just might want to take my advice. You might want to skip on Imogene Pass or run a side-by-side just so that you don't have to go through the frustration. So you'll see in the background there's just a gigantic convoy of vehicles. A lot of different groups are out here. There was a dedicated FJ Cruiser group that were rolling about 12 deep. There was a Tacoma and 4Runner group that were about 12 deep. There was a Jeep group that were about 12 deep. And there was a Lexus GX group that were about 10 deep. I love you all. It's just that this is a popular spot, and you could expect there to be a lot of congestion. It's nobody's fault. This is just what happens. All right, everyone. Have fun on your adventures.